guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverly. It's really nice to see you today. Today I'm doing a tag video. I got tagged by Matthew at Monster Health and Fitness. I will leave links to him down below. He's a really inspirational guy. He's been through a lot in his life and he's overcome so much. Now he just lives this really clean vegan life. He teaches Pilates, he does all the things. His channel is full of everything you would imagine. It's motivation, it's inspiration. He goes out into nature and does these big talks to the camera that I'm just like living for. I love when he does that. And he also teaches routines for people to do. If they're unable to get to the gym, you can do these routines at home. It's really cool. Go check him out, give him a follow, tell him that I sent you, because I did. So this tag's really fun. I'll leave all the questions down below. Let's get to it, shall we? Question number 1, how do you define self-care? Self-care to me is maintenance. Like if you've got a car and you don't do maintenance on it, it is going to break. It's going to falter on you and you're going to end up stuck in the middle of nowhere hoping somebody gives you a lift. AKA, when I didn't look after myself, when I didn't do self-care, I had a lot of mental health issues. I had a breakdown, an emotional breakdown. I had problems with starving myself. I had problems with alcohol. I had problems with anxiety and just totally just feeling like I wasn't worth anything. Now I look after myself and I make sure that okay, here's what changed everything for me. I was watching somebody, I don't know who it was, on TV, and they said, might have been Dr. Phil, some rubbish like that, but they said treat yourself like you treat your best friend. AKA, if your best friend came to you and said, I'm not going to eat today because I wasn't very nice to somebody yesterday, so I'm not going to eat today, I would say, don't be crazy. You are an amazing person, you do really good things, you help people, so you need to help yourself and be there for yourself, and all that stuff that you would say to your best friend, say to yourself. And that's kind of what I do. Like if my brain starts coming up with loads of things to be anxious about, or worries, or depression sets in, or I call them blue days, those days where you just don't want to get out of bed. If any of those things happen, I tend to kind of like sit myself down in my head and be like, no, Beverly, you are worth so much more than this. And I just kind of speak really nicely about myself. That's not something that's come easily to me. You know, I came from quite a not great emotionally background. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, I didn't come from a very good place. And so when now, you know, I think of, you know, good affirmations, saying nice things to myself and about myself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful every day. It's like, what are you talking about? But it works. I don't know how it works, but it does. And so if I don't keep up on that self-care, if I don't look after myself every single day and do these set things that I do, and I actually have an app on my iPad with like ticky boxes in it, so that I can just be like, yes, I did that today, yes, I did that today, and when I get to the end of the day and they're all ticked, which it doesn't always happen, but when it does, I'm like, yeah, and Gizmo's like, yeah. So yeah, if I don't do those things, I break down. I just go back to being that scared, lonely, depressed person that doesn't treat herself very nicely. So self-care is just being kind to myself, I suppose, and upkeep, general upkeep. Question number 2, what's your favourite thing to do when you feel overwhelmed? I would say it's probably breathe. just breathe. Whenever like a friend or something comes to me and they're like, I'm so sorry, and they're all of a tizzy, I'm just like, just stop a minute. Close your eyes. Just go, everything will be okay. Just breathe. In this moment right now, can you do anything to change this? If the answer is yes, go and change it. If the answer is no, there's no point worrying about it because you can't do anything about it anyway, so you might as well just let it go. These little things help a lot. Also, my granddad always used to tell me, if you're feeling down and you're feeling stressed, have a bath. And that works too. So that's my advice. Have a bath and just breathe. Number 3, what are some of your favourite quotes to keep you on track? Okay, so I've written these down because they're quite lengthy and I didn't want to do disservice to them by saying them wrong. So the first one is a Bible quote. It's from Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough troubles of its own. AKA, just be in this moment. And that's why I often say Christianity and Buddhism go really well together, because it's all about being in this moment and not trying to hold on to things and not worrying about things. So that one really like always touches me. If I'm struggling, I'm like, come on, you've got this, don't worry. And I think that whole section of the Bible, like that whole chapter, Matthew just writes about how if birds don't have to worry about what they're going to eat tomorrow, and God loves them enough to provide food, how much more does he love you, because he made you in his image? Those sorts of things going around in my head really helps. The second one is from Mother Teresa, who has been a lifelong hero of mine. I love Mother Teresa. And she said, spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. And that is something that I hold on to very much. Like, you should people should walk away from you feeling good. So, yeah, I am that person in the street who, just the other day, a woman was walking towards me and she looked all of a fluster and a bit uncomfortable, and I thought, that's a really nice dress. I'm going to tell her, that's a really nice dress. And she went, oh, thank you. And her whole spirit, her whole energy changed. And I was like, yeah, that's what they're talking about. Love your neighbour and spread the joy forwards and all that malarkey. And then the last one is by Joan of Arc, another incredible woman. And she said, I'm not afraid, I was born to do this. AKA, I read this to mean God has a plan for all of our lives. And if you're not religious, that's fine. I don't talk about my faith often on this channel, so don't worry about it. But I often find that, like, I think God has a plan for each and every one of us, and all our lives like intersect, and people will come in and out of your life, and sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's easy, but all that happens because God wants you to be this person that you're supposed to be in this moment. So yeah, I was born to be this person, you know, I was born to be, I'm not afraid. And that really helps. I have generalised anxiety disorder, so a lot of the things I talk about are like fear-based, anxiety-based. Talking about, yeah, I was born to do this. I can lead an army at 13. Hell yeah. That's what Joan of Arc did, by the way, if you didn't know. Yeah. Anyway, number 4 is, what's one area of self-care you struggle with? I think I've already answered this. Oops. Yeah, it's the daily affirmations, saying the good stuff to myself, being kind to me is hard. The easy stuff is stuff like daily yoga, so that my body remains supple and that I can, you know, it's just maintenance of my body. Yoga is meditation, looking after my mind, that I do daily. Bible practice to look after my heart. But on top of all that is the looking in the mirror, looking myself in the eyes and saying, no, you are a cool absolutely awesome person and you should be proud of who you are today. That's really hard. I can't always do that. And the amount of times I look in the mirror and I'm just like, fiddling with my cardigan and do you know what I mean? Because you just don't know what to say or what to do because you're being nice to yourself. It's just weird. So I do struggle with that very much. That's something that's really hard for me and I'm working on every day. So there you go. 5. What's some signs that you're slipping? Signs that I'm slipping are things like if I avoid meditating, like my alarm, like I have an app on my iPad and it like comes up with like a ding and it says, we hope to see you meditate today or something nice like that. If I look at that and go, ugh, I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? Other signs are things like I don't want to have a shower, I don't want to eat, my appetite goes. Like at the moment there's a lot going on with me at home, like not my marriage but family stuff. There's a lot going on, a lot of emotional stuff, and yeah, the last 2 days I avoided Bible study, I avoided meditating, I didn't do yoga. In fact, yesterday I did nothing but sit in my pyjamas and watch TV. And that was like oh, hold on a minute, you've shake yourself up. Don't avoid eating, which I had been doing. I hadn't eaten for about 3 days, so I was like, just stop, okay? Get my ticky boxes in order. Come on, let's do this. And I got up early this morning and did yoga, and I did like some dusting in the living room, and I meditated and did my Bible study. And yeah, if I'm avoiding that stuff, the stuff that keeps me going, the routine of my life that stops me feeling anxious, that stops that kind of crazy feeling that I get, yeah, if I'm avoiding that, I'm slipping. But it does usually jolt me after like a day or two. I'm like, whoa, hold on a minute. Beverly, you're being naughty. Stop. Number 6 is what's on your self-care playlist. I love, I have Spotify. Spotify's brilliant because they have playlists that Spotify make up for you, and it's like based on, it's called your daily mix. It's based on the things you're listening to and the stuff you're saving. And on there they have like a modern Christian playlist that just keeps going on for infinity. Like you can just leave it on in the background. That's really good. That kind of thing just really, I love listening to people singing about their faith. Hymns, I always loved Elvis singing hymns. That's just totally my jam. When I'm feeling down, that's what I want to listen to. I want to listen to other people's faith. I want to listen to what people, because that's what people did in the Bible, you know. They sang and they danced and they cheered and they wrote. I mean, the biggest book in the Bible, I think, is Psalms. I mean, I don't know how many Psalms he actually wrote, King David, but there was a lot. And it's all about singing joyfully, even in defeat singing. And so listening to that just really like soothes my soul, shall we say. Other than that, I do love a good power ballad from the 80s. Preferably Bonnie Tyler, something like that. Yeah. Or a nice bit of I Can Feel It Coming in the Air Tonight, you know, the drum beat. Yeah. Just me then. Okay. Number 7 is, who is someone you call when you're stressed? There are 3 people that immediately come to mind. One is my husband, of course. He's my best friend. He's my partner in crime. And he knows everything about my life, everything I've been through, everything. He just knows it all because I'm a very open person. So I can talk to him about literally anything. There's my best friend Louise. I've known her a long, long time, and especially if it's something like a worry to do with my illness, because she has chronic illnesses and a lot of them are the same as mine. we can talk back and forth about it in a way that I can't always talk to Lee, because then he'll worry about, like if I say, oh, I'm getting extra pain here, he'll start worrying about it, and he has epilepsy, so I kind of like to keep his worries down as much as I can. And the third person is my other best friend, Hannah. I've known her years. She's somebody who's been through a lot in her life, and she knows my parents, she knows what my relationship with them is like, and she just gets me. Like, we get each other, and I know that I can call on her anytime, and she's the same for me. So those are the three people that I can call on. I don't trust many people with like the innermost workings of what's going on in this brain, but yeah, they know most things. Number 8, what advice do you have for anyone struggling? Breathe. Breathe and have a bath. From my granddad and from me as a Buddhist. I would also say, struggling, don't hide it. I think the main thing, a lot of us have these like little pockets of secrets in our brains, but when you struggle, those pockets just burst open, and before you know it, you're full of all these horrible things that happened in your past, and they're swirling around your head, and you just feel overwhelmed. If you say them out loud, if you tell somebody, even if it's just one person, even if it's a therapist, even if it's, I don't know, priest, whatever, those little pocket secrets that you don't want anyone to know, if you get them out, they have less power to control you. So I definitely say, whatever is going on in your life, just find someone to talk to. There are loads of helplines out there. In most countries there is a helpline. I know in the UK we have the Samaritans. You can just Google Samaritans. They also have a service where you can email them, and that's what I used to do. When I was feeling suicidal, I would email the Samaritans, and they email you back, and it's all confidential. And I used to find writing it down was better than trying to say how I felt. So yeah, get it out somehow in a healthy way, you know, talk it through. Don't turn to things that numb you, because it might work for today, but it won't work tomorrow. You're still going to wake up with those problems. You have to deal with the problem. So, yeah. And the last thing, tag someone. I'm tagging 2 people. The Bygone Gal, who, she's just lovely. So definitely go and check her out. I will leave links to her channel. She's got 2 channels actually. I'll leave links to both. But I'm linking her on her personal channel, The Bygone Gal. And also Chronically Mo, because she and I lead quite similar lives, just ourselves in our little homes, you know, and I'd like to know how she looks after herself and how she keeps herself going, because it's important to get tips from other people. That's why this tag is important. Definitely check out Matthew's channel. He's amazing. He inspires me every day with every video. There was a point, like a little time in there, where I stopped getting notifications for his channel, and then I was like, hold on, what happened to him? And I thought he was like sick or something, and then it was like, no, YouTube are just trying to stop me from watching him. But definitely go check out his channel, tell him I sent you. The same with the Bygone Gal. She does like vintage and fairy tale inspired videos. She's really cool. She's the Red Riding Hood to my Mary Margaret. If you're a fan of Once Upon a Time, that will make total sense. Yeah, check out Chronically Mo. She lives with chronic pain, chronic back issues, really struggles with it, so much more than me. And she just does videos talking about the realness of how it is to live in so much pain every day. And yeah, she's amazing. I love her. So they're the people I'm tagging. Go and check them out and support them all. Make sure you are liking this video if you like tag videos as much as me, because sometimes I do fall down that rabbit hole on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to me, because I think nearly half of you are not subscribed. You're watching me, which is fabulous, but please subscribe. I would love that. I would love to grow my channel. And make sure you ring that little bell so you're notified every single time I upload. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I will leave links down below and all that stuff. And that's it. I'll be back on Thursday with an update of how I'm doing on my chronic fatigue course, and I will see you all then. Bye!